I am now recording this live stream video. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about notary work process as a chart. Okay. I created a diagram for notary work and efficient processes because I had a lot of inquiries about it and questions like, okay, well, you keep saying we need to create a process, but what does that look like? Okay, so I am a big believer in having a visual. So what I did was I created a diagram and I'm going to go ahead and share it with you guys. Before I do that, don't forget that if you are interested in joining the Notary Education Group Support for Notaries, we are on Facebook and we are also online at www.thenotaryeducationgrp.com. We have courses and other resources available to you, so check out the website when you get a chance. My name is Burjo Elise Fullylove, and I am the owner of B. Elise Notary Services and the Notary Education Group. So let's go ahead and jump right on into this diagram again. All right, so here we start at the top. The customer contacts you either by phone or by email, right? On the left, I have mobile notary. On the right, I have online notary. Why? Because if you are one or the other or both, this will definitely help you out. Okay? Hope you guys can see this picture. I tried to blow it up as much as possible without distorting some of the text. So let's get into it. Customer calls you and they're interested in getting a document notarized. They're interested in you coming to them. All right. So that would go on the side of mobile notary. First thing you want to do is know what it is that they require from you. Yeah, they want to get a notarization done, but I need to know, what are you getting notarized? Okay. What is the title of the document or the description of the documents? How many documents do you see when you go through them that require a notary to sign and seal? Very important. Are there any witnesses that you see that are required on the document? You can walk your customer through this so they can give you as much information as they can, okay? Because they're not just gonna know off the top of their head. So just walk them through, tell them to thumb through the pages and let you know if they see any lines where a witness would be required. We need to know how many people are going to be signing and will they all be present. Sometimes you get a situation where everyone won't be present or can't be present, so you're going to notarize for the person who can. Just want to make sure that the person signing the document either is listed in the document as a signer or has the authority to sign on the other person's behalf. Okay? And then this is a very important question. You want to know if they have valid ID. I can't tell you guys how many times I've heard or I've come across a point where a customer does not have an ID and they need to get something notarized. Okay? If they don't have a valid identification document, you want to give them the other options that are available in your state. Now, of course, if the customer does not qualify, that is not just, okay, well, I can't help you by. No, you want to inform them and educate them so they can get together whatever they need to get their document notarized and call you back and then be able to qualify for your service. Now let's look at the other um, column here. The customer does qualify. Great. I'm going to go ahead and collect customer information. I need your name, your email, your phone, the address of the location we're going to be meeting at, and what day and time do you want to do this? Okay, all of those are really important things to know. Once you get all of that information from your qualifying questions and the customer information, go ahead and generate a quote for them. Okay, they need to know upfront what you're charging and what it is you're charging for. All right, very important. I do have an invoice software that I use. So when I generate the quote, I send it to my customer. Now, for mobile notary, I tell them, do not pay the invoice until I get there. The reason being is because with mobile notary, sometimes they can give you missing, sometimes there'll be missing information, is what I'll say, not give you, but so you want to get there, examine the documents, is what you're supposed to do anyway. And This way you will know what you're doing and if that invoice is correct or if you need to edit it. Okay. But I create and send my invoice and I inform my customer the different payment types I accept. Because what if they don't have a credit card? Then, can you take cash? Can you take a check? Let them know what types of payment you accept so that they'll be ready when you get there. I always require payment before I notarize any documents. Okay. Now let's look at the online area here. Same process, ask those qualifying questions. What am I notarizing for you? Okay. They want to do it online either because it's the most convenient option for them or there are multiple people needing to sign the document located in different areas and not able to all be in one place at the same time or maybe not even the same day. You want to know if all customers are going to be able to get on at the same time. That's very important. It doesn't mean that you can't notarize the document. It just means that customer A is going to get notarized at 2. Customer B may have to wait till tomorrow at 2 or the same day at a later time. But you want to make sure that all of the customers are going to be present for the notarization if they are deciding to notarize with you. They can absolutely go to another notary for the other signing parties, but these are questions you want to know, right? You definitely want to know if they need witnesses as well. Okay, because the witnesses can get on at the same time as the signers. All they got to do is get right onto the online session. And they still have to have valid ID. I can't tell you guys how many times I've had people where they just think they can just use a picture of their ID on their phone. I'm like, no, that's not acceptable. It has to be a physical, valid copy of your identification. Okay. Now, after you ask those qualifying questions and the customer qualifies, good deal. Now let's get the customer's information. Name, email, phone. You won't need an address since you guys are going to meet online, but you do want to know what day and time they plan to meet with you and get the document signed. Once you do that, this is an important step that is not a part of mobile notary. Although sometimes I will request to see a copy of the document before I go, especially if the person is unsure of anything that has to do with the document. Okay. Request a document via email. I personally use a secure form that my customers are able to upload their document to so that I can get it. And you need to have the copy of the document when you're doing online because you're going to have to upload it to the platform so that you guys can sign it and you can notarize it all online. The really cool thing about doing online notary and getting the document um, via email is that you can look at the document and see exactly what you need to do. So that way you know that your invoice that you're creating is going to be accurate. You know how many signers there are, you know how many witnesses there are, if any, you know how many, not documents, but notarizations you'll be performing. Create the invoice, send the invoice, have them pay the invoice before you guys get online. After you've created your invoice and sent it off, you then want to inform your customer on how to access the online platform and everything they're going to have to do from step 1 all the way down to step whatever. Okay, A to B, A to C, D, whatever. Okay. This is because even though the customer wants online, a lot of them are not familiar with the process and how it works. So, hopefully, by you being an online notary and having experience in doing it, you know how to walk them through how to get on there with you and able to tell them everything they need. Again, with online notary, if the customer does not qualify based on the questions that you asked, just inform them and educate them so they can call you back and they can qualify because chances are it's really important that they need their document notarized. Okay? So you want to give them as much information as you can. Even if they don't end up calling you back to work with you, at least they're informed and they know what to do. All right. So hopefully this video recorded all the way through. And I hope that this chart was helpful to you guys. Like I said, I have gotten so many questions about processes because I talk about processes all the time. I'm really big on processes because the more you do something, it becomes second nature. So it's just super important to jot down some different steps you're going to take when you get customers call you. That way, you have your own processes and procedures for how you do your notary work. All right. So, as always, thank you guys so much for tuning in today and listening to me. um, don't forget, if you like the video, click like, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell so you're notified when I drop new content. All right. You guys have a wonderful Friday, Good Friday, and enjoy your weekend and Easter. Bye.